As you're flying down 71B in Fayetteville, it might be easy to miss one of the most unique and eclectic destinations in town. Weathered Goods is owned by husband and wife team Mike and Betsy Pugh, and it's definitely worth slowing down and stopping for. Let's go inside. Mike and Betsy, you are both veterans of big box retail stores, and now you own your own store here, Weathered Goods. Tell us about your journey of how you went from kind of those corporate jobs to owning your own business.
You know, I've always had a passion and a desire to have my own business, but was always afraid to step out, you know, to walk away from that steady paycheck, to walk away from healthcare and those sort of things that were just a guarantee. But that passion has always been in the back of my mind. But I've managed retail, you know, all my life. That's what I've done. I you know, worked at Kmart for 6 years through high school and college. Lowe's came to town. I went to work for them and was there for 15 years. Managed Big Lots for 6 years. So I mean, that's really all I've ever known. The woodworking side of our business is just something that you know, I've always enjoyed and loved to do. That's something I always did in our garage or on the side, you know.
And Betsy, it was something that you always wanted to do as well?
No.
You wanted to stay at home.
Yes, we had one bathroom left in our other house to do, and the whole thing was remodeled. And I didn't want to move again because I had moved around a lot in the past. And in fact, I told Mike, if a nuclear bomb comes, I don't care, I'm gonna hide somewhere. I don't care. I don't want to see another moving sticker. But I did it for him and his dream, and also for the reasons that, you know, he worked 60 and 70 hours. We never saw each other. He was never at family functions. I was kind of like a single mom at times because he worked so much. And I got tired of all that too. And he also said, you know, I could stay at home more. So I was like, okay, let's go. But
you kind of worked your way up to having a retail store, right? You started off...
Yeah, with our flea market booths. We had 2 flea market booths, and we realized that Mike's furniture that he made would sell. We realized that the stuff that I was picking out to put in the booths would sell. So the this next step was just kind of, you know, making it bigger, the taking the small to the big picture.
And you ended up in this building, which is a really interesting place. It's not typically what people would think of as a retail store. It used to be, I think it was a liquor store at one point, maybe a military supplies store, even an auto mechanic was here. Tell us about renovating this building, and because you guys did all the work on that, right?
We did.
Yeah.
And you know, when we bought the property, we actually went to the library and looked up all the different businesses that have been here in the past, and it's been a lot of different things. It's even, you know, it was a flea market, it was a music store for a little bit. So I mean, there's been all kinds of things.
It was Belvedere's for a while.
Yeah, a restaurant. Yeah. But I think it was a liquor store the longest to drive through. You drove right through the middle of this building. But so we did a lot of work in this building. Well, just about everything you see here, Betsy and I did.
Installed the windows and
yeah.
New ceiling and I mean, just everything.
Absolutely.
It's no surprise that this store is as beautiful as it is. That's really your passion, right, Betsy?
It is.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, since I was a little girl, I've always loved to decorate, and I used to always have my mom harassing her to decorate more for Christmas and stuff, and moving stuff around and changing furniture around, even when I was little. And I was the 6th one, and you know, she was done by then. And I used to drive her crazy, but I loved doing it, and I think probably the one thing that I love the most is it's very rewarding. My sister always told me to open a store, but I didn't have that confidence, because when we first opened it, I was like, how do I order? How do I know what to order? And I thought, I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna order what I like and see if it works. And it started working. and people love the stuff I order, and that gave me a lot of self-confidence, and it's just very rewarding to know that I can order the stuff that the city of Fayetteville loves.
That's great. And it's not just, when someone comes here to Weathered Goods, it's not just pillows or candles or home decor that they can get. It's also handcrafted products. That's what you do, Mike. You make these amazing tables and other pieces out of wood. Tell us about the wood shop that is a part of Weathered Goods.
I do. We have a shop right here in the store, and we build custom furniture out of reclaimed lumber. I've got a crew of guys that go out. We take down old barns, old farmhouses, and save that lumber. These are places that would have been either burned down or knocked over, or some of them are pretty close to falling over on their own before we get started on them. But we bring that wood back to the shop. We go through a whole process. We denail it, get all the
screws and everything out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get it cleaned up and usable, and then you turn it into tables, headboards. What other kinds of things?
Buffets, storage cabinets. Just really somewhat whatever the customer comes in and want. I mean, if it's within what Mike can do and wants to do, coffee tables.
Yeah, and it's not just products that you can see here in the store. You also do custom things as well, right? Someone can come in and say, "This is the dining room table I've always dreamed of." Mike, you can make that happen.
Yeah, and the majority of the furniture that we sell is custom pieces. We don't sell a lot of the displays in the store. We will, but normally somebody wants this table, but they want it that size, or something along those lines. So that's what we do.
For those of us who call Northwest Arkansas home, Weathered Goods is a wonderful place to get unique treasures for our homes. Thank you, Mike and Betsy, for having us here today.
Thank you.